Hello everyone, in the last video of a restaurant apps we have built to display the customer payment types and try to add that items. Just you can see that items quantity and you're trying to check the discount and trying to add to the list. Okay, in this video we are going to pay just like here. Instead of pay save, it will come to checkout. Once you will check out, then the payment screen will display. Then the payment screens you can enter that amounts and the return amount, and it will show the balance. After that, once you will click on the pay, so it will the save into the database. Let's start. Just close the browser, open the solution explorer, go to the view, and in the index.cshtml come down. So instead of that your button save order, it will come that your checkout button checkout. Okay, and your instead of save, it will be the checkout. Okay, then button is a primary button checkout, and name this one also will be the checkout. Now I'm going to create one model. So first need to add here, it will be the add that data toggle. Okay, the data toggle is that model and data target. That will be your has with like a div payment. Now going to create the div, that is a div. So here that id equal to your div payment. Okay, then class is equal to model and fed. Okay, this one is fed. Then come down again, you are going to open the div, and in this div we are going to write like a class equal to model dialog. This one dialog. Then another one more div, it will come into the class, that will be the your model content. Here there is the problem, and also here I need to add that role. Here I equal to role is equal to dialog. Okay, after that model content, then it will come your header and class, that will be your model header. This one header. Inside of that your model header, we are going to write like a button type. This one is a button. Then yes, then close, this one will be the close. Then again data dismiss equal to model, and this one will be that at the rate times. The next one, that h4 tag, here that is a title, your class it's equal to model title. Here I'm going to write like a payment. Now in the model header is finished. Now I'm going to add into your body, that class equal to model body. In the model body I'm going to write a div, so this class will be the container, that class container, then div class row, that row, and one more div. Here it will become like a class your form group, and column mid MD mid, and going to divide into two parts, so it will be the 6. So first one is that total, so it will be the div id equal to tst total, it's already there, then I'm going to write like a final total. This payment total. Okay, this one is the tst payment total, and this one will be the read only. Oh, sorry, this copy, it's not will be the div, it will be the text box, so it will be the input type is equal to text, then your id, then again you will go to the this one, not allowed to change, it will be the read only, then value equal to 0, and then class, it will be the form control. Same thing, need to copy this from here to here. This one to display the payment amount, this one make it a payment total. This one is that your tst payment amount, the duplicate payment total. Okay, this will not be read only. Okay, that is done. Now next one, for your return amount, just copy, this one is the return total, so I need to change the tst return total, and this one will be the your balance, so this one also it will be read only. This one will be the read only, and this will not be read only. Okay, this one is read only, this one is the balance amount. You see the tst balance value 0, read only. Form control. Okay, till now it's okay. Now need to add the footer, so div, that it will be the class, your model footer, it will be the model footer. Inside of model footer, going to add that button, that class will be the button dash your success payment id equal to button payment, value equal to payment. One is done, then one more button, that for cancel, this one will be the dancer, this one will be the button close, and values that close, and data dash dismiss equal to model. That is done. But alignment, that text alignment for everyone should be right. Text align is that you're right. So copy this one, paste, this one also paste, and this one also paste. Now run the application. Now this one is a checkout. Once you click on checkout, it's coming. This one, just close this. Checkout, it's coming like that. Checkout. This one, this is screen. So this one should be changed. It will should be that close. Put down. This one should be close. Now close it. Reload again. Now click on checkout. Now you can see that. So can I make to that in center? This one also look good. Let's make it first in the center. Open the Visual Studio. Just try to paste that is one style. Just delete this one style. And this is done. Just save it. This one I copy and paste it. This particular here to here, so that your model should come on center. Just reload it. Okay, just click on checkout. You'll see it on the center. This one is coming on the center. But it was top, that also it was look good. Just comment this. Save it and reload it again. Nice. Okay, so here, okay, once you're going to click that outside, it's going to close. See, okay, this one I'm going to make a restrict. Open the Visual Studio, check the button. Where is the button? This one is your button. Okay, so just paste it. Your data backlog is equal to static and data key drop is equal to false. Now if you will reload again, just check out. Now if you're going to click outside, it's not going to close. Now it will not close. So easy. Once you click on a close, then it will be close. Now once I will add that the total value should display here, this payment total. Let's see. Open the Visual Studio. What's the name of that payment tuple? That's txt payment tuple. Just copy this one. Here I'm going to add same thing, copy this one, same value, so it will display here. Okay, just save it and reload again. The same value, because this same value should display in that your payment screen. Now I'm going to add some data, that pizza 20, and click on add, click on a checkout. So this you're getting that 9,000 because it's a 9,000. Now if I'm going to add that 9,000 here, this value and first time this value and the balance total also should be same. These two should be same. Once you are going to enter that in a payment amount, according to that this value should be changed. So that balance also need to add. First time that balance, txt balance. So where we used payment total, so here also that this one should be also balance total. Both should be same. Now we'll calculate that value. Now I'm going to start the calculate the value, your balance amount. So create the function. Function that name is the calculate balance. Okay, this particular balance. So first one will be your final amount. So that final amount you will get from txt payment total. So you will get from the payment total dot value. Okay, the next one will be your payment total. What will be the payment total? Check the payment total. This one, TST payment amount. So you have to use that TST payment amount. So here, where payment amount, so your payment amount is, just copy and paste it. This one is your payment amount. Now return amount. Return amount, so it will be that dollar txt return total dot value. Okay, this one is done. Now one more is that balance. So balance amount will be the final total that convert into parse float minus your payment total, again parse float, need to cast plus return total, your parse float. This one is your balance total. Finally it will be calculate balance. Final amount minus payment amount plus return amount, that is your balance amount. So that balance amount need to display into this one, that your TST balance. Come to here, TST value, this one is the balance amount. Okay, so this one also convert to parse float dot to fixed to. Till now it's okay. Here it will be calculate that your balance total. Now one place is here the text equal to type is dot change. One more things we need to add, this dot input type dot your key up. So this one, this calculate balance will call. Just save it, reload. Select that the 5, add to list. Now it's a 2005, I'm going to check out. So 2250. Now I'm going to add like a 2250. Now you can see that it's a balance. If I mention that 4000, okay, this, so here I have to write like a 1650. Now it's, you can see that balance. Need to check also the once the balance amount will be negative or positive. So if it will be 0, then payment button should be enabled. Okay, close. Here you can check if your parse float, your balance amount equal to 0, then your button. What's the button name? Button payment. Button payment. It will come like a this way. Disable equal to disable. Where it is. It's too much code. Yeah, here I'm going to write like a dollar. If it's a then we have to remove attribute your disabled. this attribute should be removed. If it's not, then this one, add the attributes dot attribute disable. This one is 0. If the balance amount is 0, then disable, else remove the disable attributes, and otherwise it will be disabled. Just save and reload. Just like the pizza 5, add to list, checkout. If I'm going to write like, see, now it's disabled. Okay, this one you can see it's a disable. Once I'm going to add that 2750, now it's, you can see this one is enabled. If I'm going to write like a 6,000, if negative, then 0. Whatever value, if it will be 0, then only see 1000, balance amount is 12. If I will write like 1250 or 2250, once it will be 0, then it's only enable. Understand? Once it will be 0, then only it will be enable. So this one you are not allowed to modify. Just close it. Now open the visual. Now I will going to create that table. So open the SQL server. Just refresh. Now I'm going to add the schema. New schema. That will be your order. It will be the DB object. Now I'm going to create the table. First it will be your order ID. This one will be the primary key, your order number, 250. After that, order date. So it will be the date time. Okay. So it will be the orders, and schema will be your order. Primary key identity will be the order ID. Just save it. And this here we have to add some more field, just like a customer ID, that also is required. One is that your payment type ID, this also is required. So move it, this one on top, okay. Payment type and customer ID, because this one is that in header part. Open that one, customer ID, payment type ID, and this final total also going to add. That is a final total. Add the decimal, final total. Now save it. Now I'm going to add one more table, that is your order details, order detail ID. Make it, this one is the primary key, then order ID, then also it will be the integer, then your item ID, then unit price, and then discount, and next one is a total. Yeah, that is done. Save it. This one, it will be the order details, and schema will be your order. Identity column is the order date and ID. Just save it. Now I'm going to add that foreign key, that make a relationship. Click on add and click on table specification. Here you can see that order detail So select that orders, that is, it will be the your order ID, and this detail, it will be the also order ID. Click on OK, close, and save it. Just save it. Yeah, you see, this is for the main transaction. Just like because if you want to check that one your stock, so first it will be once like a same like a balance also. Just like if you are going to purchase, it will be in stock. If you are going to sell, that it will be the your out of stock. Got it? Once you are going to purchase, then it will be add into the stock, and once you are, if you have make the sale or create that order, that times it will be that out stock. So if you want, so you can create the transaction table. So it will be the transaction ID, and the transaction ID, it will be the item ID, that integer, and then it will be the quantity, that it will be the quantity. So create that transaction, and make a schema order transaction, and then your transaction ID is the primary key. And here if you want, you can write like the order transaction date. Just save it. This table means like if going to add some dummy data, just refresh this one, order transaction. So just like if item ID, how much item ID is there, just like if you look that like a 7, just I'm going to add to 1. If you have 100 quantity, maybe that your date is okay, something like that you are adding, because this times you have purchased. You can create the type also. In the type also you can add that one, this okay, this one is that okay, I'm going to add the type ID. So there you can create that one master table for this also. If you want, you can create the master table for this, for type, for one for purchase, second for order, like that. Just close, and here I'm going to add, oh sorry, this one transaction. Click on edit, make you one, this one purchase. Again you have created the 2, it will be 50. So copy 1, means like here this one for purchase, copy this one, this for 3, 60 quantity you have, just like that. It's a positive. Once you are going to create that order, so it will be like that. Just like take the example, paste, if item ID 2, but if you have created that order, means like something is solved, so it will become like a -10, this one, so the type will be that 2. So now it will be the easy to calculate. If you will make the sum or group by with that item ID, then we will know that one, okay, item ID 1 have 100 quantity, item ID 2 have 40 quantity, because for 50 you have purchased and 12 you have created that order, or it's a sold. Okay, now open the Visual Studio, stop debugging, open the Solution Explorer, model, and open the DMX file, update the model, select the table, all those fill, and click on finish. Now here you can see that there is a 3 tables has been added. One is a order details, and transaction. There is a 3 tables. Okay, now open the Solution Explorer, still is saving. Okay, let's start. Open the view model, now right click and add that your class. First one is the order view model. So in the order view model, you have to write like the order ID This one will be the order ID. Second one, what sort of field is that? Payment type ID, customer ID, order number. Payment type ID, customer ID, that order number. One more is that order date. That will be the date time. Order date is like a 1 2 3 4 5 column. 1 2 3 4 5 6. Order ID, payment type ID, customer ID, order or final total. That will be the decimal. That is the final total. Now same thing I am going to add in a order detail. Click on OK. I am going to add OK. Now you can see here you have added that item ID, unit price, quantity and discount and totals. Now here need to add one more field, that is quantity. Okay, till now it's okay. Price, discount, and here that order view model, open this order detail, order view model. Here need to add that IUM variable, the list of order view model, this one. Now open that your the view solution explorer. Okay, that open that your controller, home controller. Here I'm going to add, so I'm going to use same one, public JSON result your index, but this one will be the post. So what is that? Your order view model. So here that order view model, obj order view model. For now, time being, we are going to use that one JSON, some dummy data, blank, and just log it. This one, and this one will be the HTTP post. Okay, done. Now open that your index.html, close this all. Only for now, come to the footer. What's the name of that payment? That is a button payment. Just open this and go to the JavaScript. Because don't write like this one, because in the one JavaScript file all those code, so make it a separate. But for here, I'm not going to open that every that your jQuery file, so that's why I'm writing in a one. Your final payment, that function. And in the document.ready, I'm going to write like a $, your ID selector, button payment dot click. Your click here, it will be that function. Okay, this one is done, and it will call that your final payment. That is done. Now open that home control. What's the name? That is object view model. So here first of all I'm going to write like a var. This one is the empty, your empty data. One more is that what's the list name, order view model. That one is that list order view model. Just make a comment and paste it to this one, because this one also I'm going to use. Okay, first Open that this one, order view model. What all things is here? Open that order view model class. That is a payment type ID. So I'm going to write like a dot payment type ID. What's the payment type ID will be that your ID selector. That your what's the name of payment type ID? The payment type. You have to check that name of the payment type. Just search payment. Okay, this one is the payment type. Okay, so this one need to add here payment type dot value. First part is done. The next one, object dot your customer ID. Customer ID. So here same like ID selector. It will be the customer only. Your customer. This dot your value. The next one is that after customer ID, payment type is done. Open the view model. Payment type is done. Payment type and customer ID has been done. Okay. Then another one is that order number. It's not required. The final total. So just copy final total. Your TST final total dot value. This one is done. The next, your array list. This one call the where this equal to new array. That is your array. So in that this one I'm going to add the list. This of that your order details view model. Just copy paste it this one. Now we have to make a loop. So each function we can use this one, this each function. Paste it here. So because this tabular list we have to use that one. So just delete this one, and we have to create that object of var, that object equal to your data. So going to write like this dot. Now open that your order view model. Go to definition and close this one. First one is that item ID. This one is your total, I think total. So it will be the total. This one is your total. Next one is going to add that item ID. So item ID will be, what is your item ID? This one. This is item ID. Just copy and you paste. Same like a ID selector is that. It's nothing more. After item ID, check that what's that data is there. Unit price. Unit price. So just go below. You will get that unit price. This one is your unit price. Yeah, that's done. Then after that unit price, check that what is that quantity. That here write the quantity. That quantity. This one is quantity is done. Then order details model dot after quantity. What else is remaining? That is a discount. Total we already added, so only that discount is required. So check the discount. Discount is here. So that is here. Data. Now in the list dot push post will be this order view model. Okay, and this one dot your list of order details equal to list of order details. All this data has been added. Now I'm going to call that AJAX, $.AJAX. Okay, this one is the $.AJAX. First one we are going to write like a async. This one will be the true. Next one is the data type, post, data type should be JSON, type is equal to post, then content type is equal to application JSON UTF char set equal to UTF -8. Now one is the data. Your data is that JSON dot string fy, that is your order view model. Okay, now URL, if you look the URL, then it will be the home/index. Then another one is the success, there is a function, it will be the data. Okay, the next it will be the error will be the your function alert, write the code, there is some problem to adding the data. Yeah, till now it's okay, just save it. One thing is the problem, because here this should not come like that. Total it's okay, item ID should not come like that. This one should be 1, this one should be 1, then unit price, then quantity. I have added simple, so need to check, just first run and we will check the sequence. In the table also we can check, make a breakpoint here. First one is your, where is the table? Yeah, first one is your item ID. Yeah, 0 is that your item ID, then 1, 2 is the unit price, 3 is your quantity, 4 is your discount, and 5 is your total. That it should come, this sequence. Yeah, here 5 is your total, that is okay. Then your item ID should be 0. Okay, then unit price is your column is the 2. After that unit price, then quantity should be 3, and your discount it should be 4. Oh, okay, sorry for that, because the text should not come now, because once you added into the table, that table data should be added. So that table data is like that only. So this one is the sequence 0, 1, 2, 0, 2, because one is item name is not required, because once you will get that item ID, so item name automatically you will get. Just save it and go to the home controller, make a breakpoint here. Let's check the data is coming or not. Run the application. Okay, now first we'll add the orange 50, click on add, Now again the rice 5, click on add. This one I have added. Now click on checkout. So here I'm going to write like a 3750. Now click on a payment. Let's check the data is coming properly or not. We have added the 2 records. You can see order detail, this one will be 0, item ID is 2, quantity is 50, total is 3500 and unit price is 70. So 70 into 50 is 3500. That is correct. Then another one is that also, this one is correct also. Okay, that part is it's been done. Now I will try to add into the database this one. So we are going to add into the database. Just open the Solution Explorer. We'll create that repository, that add that class. So going to write like a order repository, order repository. Click on OK. So here I'm going to create the constructor. To open some one file that a customer repository, same need to copy order repository also, and that create that object. This one is your object. Now I'm going to create that public. So to return the bool and add order. So add order, it will be that your this one order view model. So order view model, click on OBJ order view model. Now try to save, make it return true. So first of all, what's the order? So one is that order. Create the object of order equal to new your order. Done. So first of all, in the order, I'm going to add that order dot. First one is the customer ID. So you will get from this dot customer ID. That is done. Object order dot. After customer ID, then final total. So you will get from here. This one is your final total. Because first I'm going to add the master, after that the details, then order date, it will come like a date time dot now. This one is order date to now. The next one, after order date, it will come like a order number. So order number, I'm going to create that string dot format. That is 0 dt y h and then ss. So it will be the date time dot now. This one is also done. Order number, order date. Now what is next? That is your order number. After that, payment type ID. So it will be the payment type ID. So you will get from here that dot payment type ID. Now that object dot order dot add. So this one I'm going to add, that is the object order. Okay, so this one will be the dot save changes. This one is the, so get that order ID. So how you will get that order ID? In the object order dot order ID. Here you will get that order ID. Once you will, it will be saved, so you will get that this order ID. Now next one I'm going to add the details. So details means like a for each loop. So for each, so this object dot your list of orders. This one here I'm going to write like an item. Right, till now it's okay. Same like just like here, it's order. So next one will be your order detail. So create that object order detail equal to new order detail. So now create that object dot order detail. First one is your order ID. You will get that order ID. Next one, after order ID, it will be the discount. So it will be the item dot discount. Then after discount, then it will be the item ID. That item dot item ID. The next one is that item ID. After that, what is it? Your total. So it will be the item dot total. Then order detail. What else is remaining? Total, then unit price. So unit price will be the item dot unit price. Done. Order ID, discount, item ID. One is missing, that is your quantity. Quantity need to update. Go to the solution, open that your database. Order detail, I cannot see the quantity. Just delete that one and reload again. Click on update, go to the table, click on finish. Now save it. Now you can see here that quantity has display here. Now open the, now here you can write like a quantity equal to your item dot quantity. Okay, this is one is done. Now this one dot your order details dot add. So what is that add? You're going to add this one. This again this dot save changes. That is also done. That it will be saved. Now this part has been done. That is okay. One more is that is a transaction. That obj transaction equal to new transaction. Okay, so in the transaction to add, that is your item ID. So what is your item ID? That's same like a item dot item ID. Okay, then obj transaction, what it will be, that quantity, that is a quantity, so that also it will be the item dot quantity. Then obj transaction, what else? Item ID is done, then your transaction date, then you can write like a time dot now. What else is remaining? Item ID transaction, then one is your type ID. So it will say that okay, this one is your order. So the type ID, it will be the true. It will be the true. Okay. Now same like that, object of entities dot your transaction dot add. So it will be that object transaction. Then this one dot your save changes. That is done. It will return, once it will be finished, it will return that true. Okay, now going to create the object repository. Go to the home controller. Here I am going to create the object repository. That obj object repository equal to new object repository. Call that one object repository dot your add order. So add order will be the object order. So it will return that true. So I'm going to write like a order successfully created. So once the order has been successfully, otherwise you can write like a your order has been successfully placed. That is done. Now open that your index so that it will return the alert that the data. Save. Now run the application. Let's see. So after that it will be that reset also it will come, so you can use the reset, that all things. This one will be saved. One more thing is that one more thing we missed. Just close, stop debugging. Okay, one more thing is missed here. Once it will be that your type is 2, so this one should be minus. Multiply minus, so it will be the minus, quantity should be minus because it's going to be out from the stock, so it should be minus. Now open the SQL server. Let's see the close all the documents, check the data, order details, then transaction. Open that browser. Here I am going to add that apple 10 quantity, add to the list. Then orange, this one 15 quantity, add to the list. Then your pizza 2 quantity, add to the list. Now I'm going to be checkout. Click on checkout. Here I'm going to pay 2450. Click on pay. Let's see, your order has been successfully placed. Click on OK. So it will be close that. Okay, that is done. Now it's in the database. First in that order, check that order. Data is added. Your final is 2450. Now check in the details. It's added the 3 records. That 10, 15 and 2 quantities. Okay. Now in the check in the order transaction, click on execute. Here also, see, it's a negative data has been added, like with that ID of 2. So once you are going to make a sum of these two, then you will know that what is your actual stock. Okay, let's summarize one times. Just stop. First of all, in that index we have created that one payment screen. Today what we have discussed, first we have created one payment screen. This payment screen we have created, that it's coming in that pop-up, you can say that in the model. So once that payment screen has been done, so after that I have created the table. Table is that first one is that your order table, second one is your order details, and third one is your transaction table. Transaction table will be show that what actually is your stock, and you can say that what when it's stock in, when it's stock out. Based on the type ID you will know that one, okay, this one is a purchase and this one is the order. You can create the table of a type also, okay, for the reference table. So after that we have created the 2 model. One is that order detail view model and one is that your order model. This one order view model. This 2 table I have created, and in that order repository I am making that for each loop. But if you are making that more than one transaction, you can use that your transaction, your begin transaction, so that once that if any error you will get, so it will that all data will be rolled back. Okay, so here you are adding that one because I have created the minus because it's going to be stock out, so that's why it's a minus. I hope it's clear. Thanks for watching.